Привет, друзья! Как дела? My name is Fedor, and today you will learn the difference between для and за. In English, they both mean for, but for in English has so many different meanings that cannot fit into one word in Russian. That's why we have to separate the for into для and за. But there must be something different about them. And when do you use для and when do you use за? We're gonna find out today. Before we do that, if you want to finally start speaking Russian and forget about all the grammar and vocabulary and all that kind of stuff, you want to finally learn how to speak Russian, then join our 30-day speaking challenge where for 30 days straight, we'll give you tasks on a daily basis to challenge your speaking, to finally get you out of your shell, to open up and to start speaking Russian with little mistakes, with improving your communication at all times. We're gonna give you all the techniques to learn, all the habits to acquire, all the things that every learner should know for them to communicate well. We'll share all of that with you. We start on April the 6th, and are you going to challenge yourself to finally start speaking Russian and one day impress your fiance, your girlfriend, your wife, your friends, your co-workers, whoever, with your ability to speak Russian on a great level? Are you going to be one of them? If you are, join us right now. It's the first link in the description. Moving on with the video, для and за. Let's start with для. Для is that type of for where something is done for somebody else or an object is used for a certain usage. So let me break that down. For example, let's start with when objects are intended for something or for someone. A sentence can be Этот торт для мамы. This cake is for mom. Let's say you are coming from work or from school and you see a beautiful cake on the table. And you're like, oh shoot, I want to eat that. Oh, that's beautiful. And your sister comes along and says, hey, listen, это торт для мамы. This cake is for mom. It's not for you. It was bought or made for her. Its intention of this cake is not for you, it's for mom. Okay? So the intent of this cake is for somebody. We can use another example which is similar. Это камера для фотосъёмки. This camera is for taking photos or for shooting photos. So the purpose of the camera is not for video. It's not for time lapses. It's for photos. So when the manufacturers were making this camera, their intent was for it to be taking photos and not videos. And that can be found in all of our lives. It doesn't have to be just technology world. It can be anything. It can be your fridge for freezing the food. It can be your table for writing on it. It can be your computer for working on it. So every object has a certain intent. And so that's when we're going to use для. Для is also used when actions are intended for somebody or for something. So I can say, for example, я бегаю для похудения. I'm running for losing weight. I'm running with an intent to lose weight. Another example can be я помыл пол для тебя. I mopped the floors for you. Let's say you bought a new office and when you come in there, your employee mopped the floors, and they can say, well, I mopped the floors for you because I know that you like it clean when you get here, so I mopped the floors for you. So my action was intended for you to enjoy or for you to check it out or for you. It's like, I don't care about mopping the floors. I don't care about the results of it, but I know you do. That's why I did it for you. So that's like the majority of all для usages is when something, like an object, is intended for something or for someone, or when an action is intended for something or for someone. Now, за is different. За has multiple meanings that we're going to talk about today, but the one that I want to focus on right now is the for meaning. So for that за represents is exchange of something. For example, I can say Этот подарок тебе за хорошую работу. This gift is for you for a good job. So in that sentence, за, you did a good job, so you earned this gift. Let's say it's a gift card of some sort. When you worked so well last week, I want to give you something for that. Okay? You earned that. You deserve that gift. So that's why this sentence will need za in it. Another example, a reverse example. Let's say you are drinking your coffee and you see a guy sitting at the table, and the girl who he is with just takes a cup of water and goes splash it on his face, right? And she says, "Это тебе за всё." This is for everything, okay? He has been a douchebag to her, or he has been, a very bad person to her, and she did this, splashing of water into his face, for all of what he has done. So it doesn't have to be a positive thing. You can deserve certain things that are not necessarily positive. He has done something bad in the past, and that's the payment or the punishment that he is getting for that. So in a sense, za is used when we deserve certain things, so we earn certain things. Another example could be when we're buying stuff. For example, okay, let's say you bought a car and your friend is asking you, how much did you buy it for? You can say за миллион рублей, for 1,000,000 rubles, right? Which means that it was an exchange of this car with this money. That's why we use za in that situation as well. So za in the meaning of for has the exchange kind of factor to it. Somebody did something and you pay them with something, or somebody did something wrong and you did something to them for that. So it's like an exchange of actions, an exchange of objects in this meaning of za. So that's where ДЛЯ and za are different when it comes to the meaning of for. Now let's talk about two more meanings of za and where it can be used. I'm gonna be very brief with this one. So second meaning of za would be within. So for example, I can say Я сделал это за 1 час. I did this within 1 hour. So let's say you did something like a painting. I made this one in 1 hour. За 1 час. Within 1 hour. And then the third meaning of за can be behind something when it comes to the physical location or around something. Let's say I can say Моя машина за домом. My car is behind the house. Or my car is parked behind the house. It's physically behind something. That's when we're gonna use za in that sense. So now you guys know how to use ДЛЯ and how to use za, and not to ever confuse them whenever you're making a sentence. And your communication, it has just improved by a tiny bit. If you want to improve your communication by a lot of bit, then join our 30-day speaking challenge. It's right here under me, and learn how to speak Russian in a fun way. I'll see you there.